Dolphins fans, football is finally back, and this is your one-stop shop for everything Miami Dolphins all season long. All you got to do is hit that big red button and subscribe. You want more Dolphins videos for free? This is your one-stop shop for that. Hit that big red button. Hey, maybe even turn the notifications on as well. But every Dolphins news and rumor you could possibly know about we'll have on this channel with videos daily. All you got to do to stay in the know is hit that big red button. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome into Miami Dolphins Today. I am your host, RC Maxfield, and football is officially back as your Miami Dolphins will head up to Foxboro, MA to face off against not Cam Newton, Mac Jones in his first NFL start, and the New England Patriots, the Fighting Bill Belichick's, will start their season off against, well, a team in the Miami Dolphins that wants to make it to the playoffs. But before we get into this preview, predict the score for me. Who you got between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots? For me, I'm going to go Miami, and I'll give you a couple reasons why here when it comes down to it. But getting right from the jump, I think Miami comes out, and this is not going to be a high-scoring game, but I do think they win in the 24-17 range. But let's get to the main Week 1 storylines for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, we have to start off with Tua versus Mac, the Alabama, friends in the same QB room for a long, long time down there in Tuscaloosa. We're the lefty from Hawaii, and then, of course, Mac Jones was on campus for quite a while, too. Looking at their stats from last year, yes, I get it. One was in college, one was in the professional ranks, but it's just fun to look at these guys, if you're an Alabama fan and a Dolphins fan, but if you're a Dolphins fan in general, just because look at what Mac did in college, and again, I don't think Tua is going to get to that level, but Tua's breakout is legit this season, and it's just fun seeing two young quarterbacks and really a division filled with young quarterbacks as Josh Allen is the oldest quarterback in the division at 25 years old. Kind of crazy to think about in the contract he just got, but looking at Tua's numbers in 9 starts last season, you definitely expect that to improve now in 17 moving forward. With Mac Jones, obviously he's not going to do that in New England, but it's going to be a fun matchup just to see these two friends battle it out in Week 1 for the Miami Dolphins. I think this is going to be a tough test for Tua straight out of the gate, mostly because what is Bill Belichick known for? He's known for defense. Sure, they're going to be without Stephon Gilmore, but when you look at what New England is known for in getting those guys back that sat out due to COVID last year, I think New England will have a top 10, top 12 defense, and Tua, albeit looking great in the preseason, this isn't the preseason anymore. You're not facing second and third stringers for some teams. This is absolutely going to be one of those situations where really Tua just has to come out of the gates firing, but it's going to be tough. I do think he's going to put together quality drives, but against New England, I don't think they'll be sustained in terms of putting them back to back to back, and if he does, look out, because this Miami Dolphins offense could be a lot of fun. But really, for me, looking at this, I still think Tua and Miami have the edge in the passing game because of what I mentioned earlier. Stephon Gilmore will not be there. J.C. Jackson, their starting corner opposite of Stephon Gilmore, most of the time will be there. But a lot of question marks on the opposite side for the Patriots when it comes down to it. Who's going to be opposite of J.C. Jackson? Are they going to rotate? Maybe move a nickel guy out there as well? A lot of question marks with that. So I think Tua can take advantage down the field, specifically with the Jalen Waddle. And Mike Gesicki is a name to watch, as we all know, in the middle of the field. But the guy that I think Tua should target quite a bit is going to be Myles Gaskin out of the backfield. I think that he could cause a lot of issues for that Patriots defense. But hey, who's going to have a better game between the Alabama friends? Is it going to be Tua Tagovailoa? If you think it is, type TT down there, and I know what I said in the comments. Y'all let me know about it. I did say TT. And then Mac Jones, type MJ. Not that MJ, I should say, but I expect to see a lot of Tuas down in the comments below. Got to thank today's sponsor of the video, Magic Spoon. Listen, this is the best cereal out there right now. I'm telling you right now, I love 2 or 3 bowls of cereal at night right before bed. It is my guilty pleasure, and Magic Spoon has made me feel a little less guilty about it just because of all the benefits that they have in there. 13 grams of protein, 4 net carbs, 0 sugar. You can't beat this right now. And again, I know I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I still got to get protein too, you know what I mean? I got to get it in there. I got to do what I got to do. And listen, they have great flavors. You see blueberry on the screen, cocoa, but look at this new one. I'm telling you right now, y'all see that? The maple waffle? I'm telling you, this might be my favorite new flavor. You're going to have to go over to Magic Spoon Magicspoon.com/Dolphins and check it out. You'll get $5 off. Again, $5 off this great cereal once you go over to Magicspoon.com/Dolphins and all the added benefits that come with it. You won't feel guilty about eating a childlike cereal because, listen, there's not all that sugar in it. So go over to Magicspoon.com/Dolphins and save $5 off your first order of Magic Spoon cereal. Second storyline for the Dolphins going into week 1 against the Patriots. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, and a couple of y'all in the comments have even said I sound like a broken record, maybe even look like one. Appreciate y'all for that. But the offensive line is really the big storyline going into this for the Miami Dolphins, in the sense that, are you going to be able to protect Tua Tagovailoa against a guy in Bill Belichick who is known for his defensive schemes, right? The guy that really stands out to me, and we've come a long way with him, is Jesse Davis on that right side. I'm actually warming up to Hunt as well at right guard. I think that position suits him a lot more than where he was last year. Obviously, Austin Jackson and him playing is going to be key at left tackle. Might be Greg Little, since Jackson did test positive for COVID. Looks like he's vaccinated and will need two negative tests, I should say, to play within 24 hours of the game. But I'm interested to see how they hold up against this New England pass rush, just because I don't think there's a lot of quality names in terms of household names on that Patriots defense when it comes to the pass rush. But I also think that this offensive line just needs to get that. They need to gel, right? Simple and plain, that's what it comes down to. They need to find those spots. A lot of pieces were moving around early in the preseason and in the offseason as well. Now it looks like you know who's going to be your starting 5. Jesse Davis is going to be that guy on the right side. And I think it's important to remember what he is right now. He is the most reliable offensive lineman the Miami Dolphins have. Again, I mentioned it in previous videos as well that he's not going to be a Pro Bowler, I don't think. I don't think he's going to be one of those guys that, is an all-pro either. But I do think that protecting Tua, especially his backside in terms of him being a left-handed thrower, is critical for the Miami Dolphins' success. And right now, Jesse Davis, out of all of the 5 offensive linemen, has proven to be the guy that is the most reliable and probably the guy you should have the most faith in. And I know down in the comments, y'all are going to let me know about it. But you tell me the one word down in the comments that you would use to describe the Dolphins offensive line, going into week 1. It's got to be questionable, right? I mean, let me know down in the comments, but mine is questionable. I feel good about Jesse Davis. I don't know what you have in Hunt. I like the potential there. I like what Dieter brings at center as well. Kinley has shown flashes, but really the big question mark will be that left side of the offensive line. And who's starting there? Is it going to be Austin Jackson? Does he get those 2 negative COVID tests? Or are we going to see a shuffle of the offensive line a bit where maybe Jesse Davis goes from right to left? That's been mentioned by a few beat writers that follow the Dolphins closely. I think it'll probably be Greg Little, starting at left tackle and keeping Jesse Davis on that right side. That's critical to the Miami Dolphins' success. But overall, I mean, this Dolphins offensive line is still questionable moving into week 1. Got to shout out today's sponsor of the video, BetUS. Listen, it's football season officially now. We're done with the preseason. It doesn't matter anymore. We're officially back in the swing of it when it comes down to regular season football in week 1. And there's no better place to bet on football than BetUS. All you got to go do is go to chatsports.com/bet. You want free money? Well, they're giving it away for you on the site right now. Use the promo code Dolphins125 and they will give you a 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? You give $100 into your account, they'll give you $125 to make it $225. And listen, that lasted me all of last season and I made a little bit of money off of it too. So go use this promo code Dolphins125 over on chatsports.com/bet. And hey, have some fun with betting. And I'll tell you what, here are some of my favorite bets from week 1 in the NFL season. Listen, Dolphins +3 at the Patriots. I don't know about you, but I don't ever feel great about a rookie quarterback starting in week 1. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one. The Lions are terrible. Take the 49ers, run with it. And then Joe Burrow coming off of a serious knee injury. I'm taking the Vikings -3 up in Cincinnati. Final storyline to watch is defense versus defense. Again, 2 guys from the coaching tree, Brian Flores up in New England, and now Bill Belichick, his former sensei, or whatever words you want to use there when it comes down to it. But defense is going to be a critical part of this team for the Miami Dolphins this season. Just look at these numbers from last year. Obviously, Xavier Howard led the league in interceptions, and the team was first in takeaways as an entire unit. They were 6th in scoring defense with 21.1 points per game. 8th in yards per offensive play, just under 6 yards per game, and then 20th in total yards per game, almost to that 370 range. And that last nugget right there with the 20th in total yards per game shows me that Miami is in a bend, don't break type of defense, right? That's what this is. They can get takeaways, but they also are going to tighten things up when it gets down to the red zone for this defense, and that's critical when you think about it. When you have one of the best secondaries in the NFL, if not the best secondary, you definitely have the best cornerback duo in Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. I think when you look at this secondary, this is the strong part of your defense, as a lot of Dolphins fans know. But I think it can take even another level. I like Jason McCourty there, but I like Holland as well as a guy that maybe won't get the starts right away, but has the potential to be a starter down the line for the Miami Dolphins. And when it comes down to it, this secondary is going to cause Mac Jones fits. When you have a rookie quarterback starting in week 1, not ideal when you have to face the best cornerback duo in the NFL in Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. Just not a great set of circumstances right there for the rookie quarterback and Mac Jones, and I fully expect this secondary to get at least 2 turnovers off of the rookie in his first game in the NFL, because Xavier Howard's out to prove something, and so is Byron Jones as well. But hey, before we get out of here, let me know. Predict the score one more time down in the comments. Dolphins, Patriots. I'm going to go 24-17 Dolphins to start their season off with a win. I think that the defense comes up in crunch time and gets a pick to solidify the win for the Dolphins in week 1 up in Foxboro. And before we head out of here entirely, join us. If you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing. You want more Dolphins videos for free? Sub now. This is your one-stop shop for everything Miami Dolphins all season long. If we get more subs, maybe we even get to do some live games where I get to do some play-by-play and interact with y'all live while the game is happening. All you got to do is hit that big red button and help us get to 17,000, hey, and maybe even 18,000, and you'll be seeing some live games right here on Miami Dolphins Today.